A young woman's life, filled with the kind of magic most people only dream about, ended in a way that's every family's worst nightmare. This isn't just another headline. This is the story of Imani Diaz Smith, a girl who stood on a Broadway stage as a future queen, and a woman whose own future was stolen in a single violent night. The police were clear from the start. This was personal, and the man arrested was the one she was supposed to be able to trust. Let's break down exactly what we know. Now, to understand the true weight of this loss, you have to understand who Imani was before this tragedy. For a little over a year, starting in the fall of 2011, Imani Diaz Smith was young Nala in The Lion King on Broadway. Think about that. One of the most famous musicals in the world. A role that countless little girls auditioned for. And she got it. Night after night, she stepped onto that stage at the Middlesex Theater. She sang, "I just can't wait to be king." She was a part of pure Disney magic, in front of thousands of people. She was just a kid living an absolute dream. But here's the part of the story that doesn't get talked about enough. What happens after the spotlight fades? Childhood stardom isn't always a fairy tale. For every star that keeps shining, there are dozens who step out of the light and have to figure out how to live a normal life. And the truth is, Imani's life after Broadway was filled with very real, very adult challenges. She was a mom. She had a 3-year-old son, and according to her family, she was trying to build a life for them. But behind the scenes, things were far from perfect. Her family has spoken about instability. Her mother, Monique, worked as a hairdresser for Broadway and film, but that kind of work is freelance. It's unpredictable. Jobs come and go. There's a constant pressure. And into that pressure, into Imani's personal life, walked Jordan Jackson Small. The picture that's starting to form is a dark one. We don't know the motive. Police haven't said what might have sparked the violence that night. They haven't described the weapon, but those charges, endangering the welfare of a child, that tells us her little boy was likely in that home or nearby when this horror happened. Can you even imagine? The trauma of that is unthinkable. And this is where the family's pain turns into a raw public cry for help. Imani's aunt, Kira Hepler, started a GoFundMe. And in the description, she doesn't use careful legal language. She uses the language of a heartbroken family. She wrote that Imani was, quote, senselessly killed by her boyfriend. That's not a courtroom verdict. That's a grieving family telling the world what they believe happened to their daughter, their niece, their sister. They're now left to pick up the pieces. Imani's parents are suddenly caring for their grandson, a little boy who just lost his mother, plus Imani's younger siblings. The emotional burden is crushing. The financial burden, with funeral costs and suddenly more mouths to feed, is overwhelming. The fundraiser reveals something else. A quiet show of support from a corner of the world Imani once knew. One of the top donors listed is David Bonomo, the former president of Aguilar Amplification, a big name in the music gear world. He donated $2,000. It's a sign that even though the official statements from Disney or the big Broadway leagues haven't come yet, people in the wider arts community are seeing this. They remember her, and they're stepping up to help. This case sits at a terrifying crossroads. It's a story about the fleeting nature of fame. One day you're a star on Broadway. The next day you're just another young adult trying to make it work. It's a story about the hidden epidemic of domestic violence, a danger that doesn't care if you once performed for packed houses. And it's a story about a specific devastating loss. A mother gone, a son left behind, a family shattered. Imani Diaz Smith played a character who lost her father and had to find her strength. In real life, her story ends with a profound loss for her own child. The little boy who will grow up seeing videos of his mom on stage, radiant and full of life, but never truly knowing her. The family that has to mourn not just the woman she was, but the future she was supposed to have. The legal process is just beginning. Jordan Jackson Small will have his hearings. Evidence will be presented. A motive may come to light. But for Imani's family, no verdict will ever bring her back. They're left with memories, with a terrible grief, and with the lifelong job of raising a little boy who asks where his mommy is. It's a brutal reminder that the darkest stories often happen behind closed doors, far from the bright lights of any stage. A young woman with a magical beginning met an ending that was anything but. If you found this story important, make sure you're subscribed. We cover the real stories behind the headlines. Thanks for watching.